Hello students, welcome to electrochemistry part 11. In this part you people are going to learn concept like Nernst equation, calculation of equilibrium constant K, standard free energy change for various half cell and cell reactions. Students, in the previous class you learned how to calculate standard electrode potential of various electrodes using standard hydrogen electrode as the reference electrode at 1 molar concentration and at 298 Kelvin. And suppose if you use the gas, then the pressure should be equal to 1 bar pressure. But question arises, suppose if I use concentration other than 1 molar, suppose if I maintain temperature other than 298 Kelvin, then how to calculate? That question is answered by Nernst. He gave one mathematical equation that helps us to calculate electrode potential of various half cells at different concentrations and at different temperatures. So hence, Nernst equation is a mathematical equation that gives relationship between concentration, temperature and electrode potential. Okay. So what is Nernst equation? It is a mathematical equation that helps you to calculate electrode potential of half cell or a single electrode. It gives relationship between electrode potential, concentration and temperature. Consider a half cell reaction of the type Mn plus ion gaining n moles of electrons and reduced to metal M. The electrode potential of this electrode at any concentration can be calculated with the help of the Nernst equation given as follows. That is, electrode potential of metal M is equal to its standard electrode potential minus 2.303 RT divided by NF log it is reduced form divided by oxidized form, or in other words I can say it is product divided by molar concentration of the reactant. Okay, so what we should write at the end, students? It is molar concentration of product divided by molar concentration of the reactant, but molar concentration of solid you know that is equal to 1, so in this place I can write it is 1. So what is M, students? M is a reduced form, and what is Mn plus? That is oxidized state, correct? So we can even write like this also. Okay, above equation can also written as, say this molar concentration of solid, always we take it is equal to 1. So our equation turns to be like this. See here, we are going to calculate electrode potential with the help of standard electrode potential at any temperature T, okay, and at any concentration of the ion present in that half cell. I hope that it is clear. Where you know R is ideal gas constant, N is the number of electrons gained or lost in a chemical reaction, and F is current in terms of coulombs. We have to substitute here, that is 96,500 coulombs. Assume that we are going to calculate electrode potential at 298 Kelvin. Okay. Let us keep temperature constant and let us vary the concentration. So if I do and if I substitute the values, so 2.303 R value is 8.314 and temperature is 298 Kelvin divided by a number of electrons gained or lost in a chemical reaction. This is 96,500, and when I solve this, that comes to be 0.059. Okay, so this is the formula that you need to remember, students. In exam they ask generally question at 25 degrees Celsius or 298 Kelvin. So let us see examples, and for those examples let us write Nernst equation. For example, zinc ion undergoes reduction as follows by gaining 2 electrons. Now let us write Nernst equation. I want to calculate electrode potential of zinc. So that is equal to what, students? That is equal to its standard electrode potential minus 0.059. So number of electrons gained here is equal to 2. So automatically let me write N is equal to 2 log. Actually what I should write, molar concentration of the product divided by molar concentration of the reactant. But molar concentration of solid is equal to 1. Directly I have written 1 divided by molar concentration of Zn2 plus ion. Suppose if question is calculate electrode potential of 0.1 molar Zn2 plus ion, then what I do? I am going to substitute here 0.1 molar. Is that clear? And suppose if I know standard electrode potential, then directly I can calculate electrode potential value. Let us see next example. Ferric ion gets reduced to ferrous ion. Okay. So we asked to calculate electrode potential of ferric ion. So that is equal to E naught of ferric ion minus 0.0591 divided by N. N is equal to what, students? It is equal to 1 here. 1 electron gained. Log. See here, this is not a solid. Okay. So it is not a solid. Hence we have to taken that one in our equation. Molar concentration of product ion divided by molar concentration of reactant ion. So after log what we should write? Remember always molar concentration of product ion divided by molar concentration of reactant ion. Only solid we should not consider. We have to consider gas, we have to consider molar concentration of ions. Now let us take one more example and learn how to write Nernst equation. So electrode potential of standard hydrogen electrode is equal to its standard electrode potential minus 0.0591, only one electron involved, 1 log. See here, when it is a gas, we are not going to write molar concentration. We are going to represent its concentration in the form of partial pressure. So P to the power half. Why P to the power half? Because half moles of hydrogen. So partial pressure of hydrogen to the power half divided by molar concentration of H plus to the power 1. I hope that it is clear to you, students. Students, now let us see how to write Nernst equation for Daniell cell and other cell reactions. Okay, at cathode in Daniell cell reduction takes place. Cu2 plus ions gain 2 electrons and reduced to copper. Of copper is equal to standard reduction electrode potential of copper minus 0.0591 divided by 2. That 2 indicates number of electrons here, log 1 divided by molar concentration of Cu2 plus ion. So here what we should write, students? It is a molar concentration of product ion. There is no ion in the product, hence it is equal to 1 divided by molar concentration of reactant ion. Clear? And at anode what happens? Zinc undergoes oxidation by losing 2 electrons. But as I already told, according to IUPAC convention, whenever we say electrode potential values, students, we have to say reduction electrode potential values. So what I do, I write that reaction in this form, in reduction form. Okay, Zn2 plus gives Zn and 2 electrons. Okay, now let me write Nernst equation. Electrode potential of zinc at any concentration equal to its standard electrode potential minus 0.0591. 2 indicates number of electrons here, log. Once again, product ion, no ion in the product. Suppose if I take solid, then molar concentration is equal to 1 divided by Zn2 plus ion concentration. Okay. So what is E cell? Electrode potential in a Daniell cell, it is E cathode minus E anode. Which one is cathode? Copper half cell is cathode minus zinc half cell. Am I correct? Now let us substitute these values. Electrode potential of copper from here, electrode potential of zinc from here. So when I do, what I am going to get? Electrode potential of copper I have written minus electrode potential of zinc I have written as it is. Now when I solve this, minus into plus becomes minus, this part becomes minus, students. Minus into minus, this becomes plus. Okay, clearly we have written that. And afterwards what we have done, we have taken this and this one side. Standard electrode potential of copper minus standard electrode potential of zinc. Next, here we have electrode potential of copper. This is the remaining part I have written, minus into minus plus we told, so that also we have written. Okay, what is common here? 0.0591 divided by 2. Okay, so what we have done actually, we just reversed this. See, when I take Zn2 plus 2 numerator, what happens, students? Plus log becomes minus log. In other words, this plus becomes minus. Okay, now let us take a common one. Minus 0.0591 is divided by 2 is common. Okay, if I multiply, minus into this value becomes this part, minus into plus becomes minus, and it becomes entirely this part. Okay, what is log A plus log B? It is nothing but log A by log B, right? As it is given. So this comes in the numerator and this remains in the denominator only. So hence our final equation is going to be E cell is equal to E naught cell minus 0.0591 divided by 2 log Zn2 plus divided by Cu2 plus. Okay, friends, now let us see how to write Nernst equation for different cell reactions. Let us practice it. First one, the simplest one, that is a Daniell cell. Okay, for a Daniell cell, how to write Nernst equation? As I already told, it is a product ion divided by reactant ion at the end you should write. So it is E cell is equal to E naught cell minus 0.0591 divided by 2 log Zn2 plus ion concentration divided by Cu2 plus, product ion divided by reactant ion. Remember, students. So another half cell we have magnesium plus nickel 2 plus gives magnesium 2 plus and nickel. So once again it is nothing but E cell is equal to E naught cell minus 0.059 divided by 2. Once again number of electrons involved 2, magnesium, and it becomes Mg2 plus, it loses 2 electrons, log product ion divided by reactant ion. One more example, magnesium oxidized to Mg2 plus by losing 2 electrons, and 2 electrons gained by 2Ag plus to become 2Ag. So when I write E cell is equal to E naught cell minus 0.0591 divided by 2. Why 2, students? Because magnesium is converted to Mg2 plus by losing 2 electrons. Log product ion divided by reactant ion whole square, students. Why? Number of moles equal to 2. Next example, aluminum gets reduced to Al3 plus, where 3Ag plus gains those 3 electrons and converted to 3Ag. Okay, so when I write the equation here, you can see that number of electrons equal to 3 because aluminum converted to Al3 plus by losing 3 electrons. So here we have Al3 plus divided by Ag plus. So product ion Al3 plus divided by reactant ion Ag plus, and number of moles should be raised. So here 3, that's why it is 3. Similarly, aluminum is oxidized to Al3 plus, copper is reduced to Cu. Okay, we balanced that equation already. One aluminum gives 3 electrons, another aluminum gives 3 electrons. Total number of electrons here, students, that is equal to 6. So hence this is 6. Log product ion is Al3 plus, but number of moles are 2, and number of reactant ions are 3, Cu2 plus to the power 3. So one more example, here we have gas, hydrogen gas involved, so automatically that should be included. Zinc becomes Zn2 plus, hence number of electrons are 2. Remember, N indicates number of electrons gained or lost. Okay, so here product ion Zn2 plus into partial pressure of hydrogen divided by H plus. It is just like writing equilibrium constant K, students. Suppose if they give cell representation, what we should do, students? When they give cell representation, first we should write cell reactions, and after writing the cell reactions we can write Nernst equation. Okay, at anode oxidation takes place, zinc becomes Zn2 plus by losing 2 electrons. At cathode reduction takes place, Cu2 plus gains 2 electrons become Cu, and 2 electrons are going to cancel, and when I add I am going to get net cell reaction. It is nothing but a Daniell cell reaction, and you already know how to write E cell calculation for Daniell cell. Product ion divided by reactant ion. Let us see one more example. Here we have cell representation of this type. Aluminium is oxidized to Al3 plus, where copper ion is reduced to Cu. Now write cell reaction. Al becomes Al3 plus by losing 3 electrons. Copper ion gains 2 electrons to become Cu. But the problem here, students, to write the net cell reaction is number of electrons are not matching. Aluminium is going to give us 3 electrons. Copper takes only 2 electrons. What to do? So number of electrons should be balanced. That's why equation 1 I am going to multiply by 2 and equation 2 by 3. So I am going to multiply here by 2, first one, and the second equation by 3. So once I do that, I am going to get 2 aluminium, 2 Al3 plus ion, 6 electrons, 3 copper ions, 6 electrons gives 3 copper metal. Cancel electrons, remaining you can write as a net cell reaction, and for this cell reaction you can write Nernst equation. So number of electrons involved is equal to 6 because Al converted to Al3 plus, but 2 are there, hence 3 plus 3, that is 6. Product ion concentration to the power number of moles, that is 2. Reactant ion to the power number of moles, that is 3. That is what we have written, students. Now let us see calculation of equilibrium constant with the help of these electrode potential values. Okay, see, at equilibrium in Daniell cell, what happens, students? The electrode potential at cathode becomes equal to electrode potential at anode, but they are opposite sign. So when electrode potential they become equal, there will not be no flow of current in the circuit. In other words, students, the electrode potential of cell becomes equal to 0 at equilibrium. Remember, in any cell, equilibrium state is a 1 at which electrode potential of cathode becomes equal to electrode potential of anode, but we have values of opposite sign, and there will not be any flow of current in the external circuit. Hence electrode potential of the cell E cell is equal to 0. Okay, let us take Daniell cell and let us learn this concept. For Daniell cell, already we know equilibrium constant. If anybody asks me to write, then I write. It is a molar concentration of products. Solid I am not going to consider, hence Zn2 plus divided by molar concentration of reactant ions. Once again, solid I am not going to consider, only Cu2 plus. Right. What is E cell? Already we have written many times. E naught cell minus 0.0591 divided by 2 log Zn2 plus divided by Cu2 plus. Correct? But this molar concentration, this ratio Zn2 plus divided by Cu2 plus equal to what, students? Equilibrium constant K. So I can substitute that one by K. But at equilibrium, what happens? Electrode potential of 2 electrodes become equal, so that EMF of the cell becomes equal to 0. So this E cell becomes 0. Let us write E cell is equal to, that is 0. E naught cell and minus 0.059 divided by 2 log K. Small rearrangement, E naught cell is equal to 0.059 divided by 2 log K. But we can write in general, E naught cell is equal to 0.059 divided by n log K. So this is the formula that you should remember, students, to calculate equilibrium constant K. So where n indicates the number of electrons lost or gained in a chemical reaction of any cell. So let us see the last concept, that is calculation of standard Gibbs free energy for electrochemical cell reaction. Okay, students, when a cell reaction takes place, electrical energy produced. See, this electrical work is done with the expense of free energy present in the cell. What do you mean by free energy? Even we people also have free energy. Free energy means amount of energy available for doing useful work. So when I do work, what happens? I am going to lose energy. I am going to get tired. Am I correct? Similarly, in electrochemical cell, when reaction takes place, when chemical energy is converted to electrical energy, its free energy goes on decreasing. In other words, I can say that work is done is equal to decrease in the free energy of the system. Okay, let us write that in the form of mathematical equation. See, as I already told, when a cell reaction takes place, electrical energy produced, and thus electrical energy whatever produced is due to what? Decrease in the free energy of the system. Hence, work done by an electrochemical cell is equal to decrease in Gibbs free energy or standard free energy. So we can write mathematically. So this symbol G indicates free energy change, students, remember. So R indicates reaction, delta indicates change. Change in free energy is equal to, or decrease in free energy is equal to maximum work done. So in electrochemical cell, maximum work done by the system is equal to what? Quantity of electricity flowing into EMF of the cell. Actually this thing you people learn in physics. Negative indicates decrease. Okay. So quantity of electricity is given in the form of NF, and EMF of cell already you know it is E naught cell. Okay, and so our final formula becomes equal to minus NF E naught cell. Only you need to remember the mathematical equation, students, because they ask numerical questions or even MCQs based on this formula. Thank you, students.